It is cold out there. Good morning.
Ooh, sometimes you bulk up for the winter and it just ain't enough. Cosmo Macero Jr. Associates, Peter KADZIS of the Boston Phoenix. Cosmo got the flu while shoveling snow yesterday. You love this weather.
Some flu-type symptoms, yeah. Aches and pains, exhaustion,
So much so that you couldn't shovel the snow off the roof of your car, by the way. Don't you know that's a finable offense?
Unfinished business, I understand. That's all right. I'm here, though.
When is that business going to be finished?
I know how to play hers.
When is that business going to be finished?
Spring thaw. How about the spring thaw?
Peter KADZIS, a man with a grin on his face because he just saw the season's first yellow snow right over in front of our Beacon Hill studio.
Yeah, very exciting.
Not supplied by any of us, by the way. Thank you, gentlemen. Let's get started with what's gone on with the Philadelphia Eagles. Two parts here. Number one, Governor Ed Rendell of Pennsylvania lamenting that we are becoming a nation of wussies, Cosmo, because they moved the Eagles game Sunday night due to the blizzard, and they're actually going to play this game tonight. Are we a nation of wussies because of this?
I don't know if I'd go that far, but, I'm with the governor on this. Man up and just play the game. Football games don't get
100
canceled.
accidents before the game.
That's what I tell my kids. I tell little cars, he goes, do they ever cancel football games? No. You don't cancel a football game unless there's a disaster-type situation, like, for instance...
Oh, like 100 car accidents.
A roof collapsing. I mean, really. So I think, play the game. I've been to some cold games. I've been to some bad weather games. And,
all right,
it's your own personal decision.
You're a Patriots season ticket holder, correct?
That's correct.
Dolphins game when Brewski kept the interception, the snow goes. Did you go to that game, tough guy?
I got to tell you, I didn't because I was sick. I had the flu. I was very sick. I gave my tickets.
Convenient.
I gave my tickets to a guy who was very excited. Unfortunately, he flipped his car over on Route 2 and didn't make it. So,
is that a true story?
Yeah, I guess that's not supporting my thesis, Peter.
Not.
Nonetheless,
you're right. Time for you
Man
to
up and roll your car. Good thinking. You got to run for office.
I've been to a couple cold games this year. I'm going to that final game on January 2nd.
Why?
Why not?
It's got to be a mockery of football. Is the governor of Pennsylvania right, Peter?
Well, yes, he's right, but he obviously has too much time on his hands. I mean, it's none of his business. It's not his decision. Just shut up.
How is he right, by the way? When the governor's job is public
because
safety.
as someone who watches football on TV, I like watching all those morons sitting out in the snow.
God forbid to make an actual point on this for real, but hey, if I'm the governor of a state and there's a national event that suggests, hey, you know what, I guess Pennsylvania doesn't do a good job taking care of its roads, I think his manhood is on the line here, and that's part of it.
Let me tell you, if this is a political convention honoring Ed Rendell, they would have postponed it. We got to make sure all the delegates that have traveled are able to get here. There's no way they wouldn't have. So he's just whistling Dixie here at this point.
It's a slow news cycle. The fact that we're talking about...
Well, are you shocked that the governor would even make this statement? Why is he weighing in, period?
Because Ed Rendell's got too much time on his hands. He's too used to being on Sunday blab shows. He actually thinks people cares what he thinks about things.
There's that lovely winter breeze that we've come to know and love. That ought to really help you.
I'm going down for the count right now.
Speaking of guys with too much time on their hands, we now find out Barack Obama in a phone call with Jeffrey Lurie, the owner of the Philadelphia Eagles, told the owner how pleased he is that he gave Michael Vick a second chance. Prisoners never have a level playing field. Da-da-da-da-da. Is this another case of a man with too much time on his hands? Why is the president weighing in on this, Peter?
Well, first of all, Michael Vick did do his time, and he is the second best quarterback in football at the moment, after Tom Brady. But as a dog lover, I have to say that he may have served his, time for society, but I don't see any reason for the president to go out of his way. He's also a year late. The other thing is, though, didn't the president call the football owner to get him to turn his stadium green?
Yes.
I mean, I think this has been blown out of proportion, too. It's a small thing that has been reported by the team owner, not by President Obama. And it's another example of it's a slow news week.
Well, the White House did confirm that this conversation did happen, Cosmo.
Hey, look, if you're the president, you want to highlight someone who made a second chance for himself, who learned his lesson? How about a guy who came out of prison and is now counseling teenagers on the straight and narrow? How about a guy who is maybe a spiritual leader? How about a guy who's done something like that as opposed to highlighting, big-time NFL superstar who I think whose remorse is of questionable validity.
Well, the other point here is Michael Vick rehabilitated only because he's become a superstar again? In other words,
pretty much.
If Kevin Cobb had gotten to start at the beginning of the year like he did, and then did not get hurt, and Eagles was 7-8 with Cobb as the starter, is he commenting on how great it is that Michael Vick had another
Vick's
chance?
in the running for MVP. The president makes the call now. How come he didn't make the call way back in training camp?
You know why? It's the old line that Steve Buscemi uttered in Escape from L.A. Everybody loves a winner, and the president's no different, right?
Amen. It's true.
Right, but like I said, this was leaked by the team owner. Obama should watch what he says.
Good point. Seal of approval from the President of the United States.
There is some validity to that, too. Quickly, we got about a minute left, fellas. Let's get serious for a second. This heinous shooting the day after Christmas, a cop up in Woburn, Jack McGuire, is now dead. The guy that was doing the jewelry heist, also dead. Dominic Cinelli. 2 guys are in prison right now, or got bail. The question becomes this. With a dead cop in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, does the legislature behind us, does Beacon Hill need to get involved with what happened in this case?
I don't know. You know, what I see this as a really good reminder that if you're a police officer, whether you're in Boston, Lawrence, Springfield, Holyoke, or Woburn, Belmont, Burlington, every day of your life is potentially on the line. And that's what I take away from this. I'm not sure what they can offer in terms of a solution here.
Well, New Hampshire has the death penalty for cop killers, Peter. Is that discussion going to come up now?
Listen, New Hampshire has one of the lowest murder rates in the country. The death penalty has been proven time and again not to be a deterrent to professional criminals. Look, in no way, shape, or form am I not sympathetic. This is just an awful crime. The bigger question, to my mind, is what was this guy doing out on parole?
Make sure guys do their time.
3 life sentences, and he was on parole.
3 life sentences. This guy isn't someone who was a teenager who made a mistake. He was a career criminal.
So if there's a role, maybe it's parole reform or something like that.
All right. We got to go. Peter KADZIS of the Boston Phoenix. Happy New Year to you. Cosmo Macero Jr. Associates. Stop breathing on me with those germs and get the snow off your roof. That's not going to happen. They're the heavy hitters.